Super Bowl 57. And this historic matchup is brought to you by EA Sports. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Philadelphia Eagles. All that and more coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. We count down the kickoff, and it should be an epic one here, as it'll be the AFC champions Cincinnati Bengals taking on the NFC champions, the Philadelphia Eagles. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis and CD, the Bengals. Well, they're officially no fluke. Champions of the AFC for a second consecutive year.
And how about the Cincinnati Bengals franchise? Before last year, they did not win a playoff game since January of 1991. They're now 0-3 in Super Bowls with the loss last year to the Rams. 2 previously, the Joe Montana 49ers in the 1980s, looking to get their first championship in this one.
Meanwhile, it took until Super Bowl 52 for the Eagles to lift the Lombardi Trophy for the first time, and not too many players are left from that squad 5 years ago. But this new group is looking to write a new chapter of Eagles lore.
Yeah, we certainly all remember that performance in the win over New England. Nick Foles throwing for 373 yards, catching the Philly special that will go down as one of the most iconic play calls in Super Bowl history. Now they're back and looking to make it 2 titles in 6 years.
Super Bowl 57 is underway. And we will not have a return, so the first drive of this Super Bowl will begin at the 25. Here come the Bengals, and CD, of course, it's Joe Burrow out of LSU at quarterback.
And everyone was quick to say after a heartbreaking loss in last year's Super Bowl, don't worry, Joe Burrow will get back here again. But we all knew that was no guarantee, yet he's lived up to it 1 year later. Here he is, leading the Bengals back for a shot at redemption in his second Super Bowl appearance.
Right to the air is Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end Hurst. And he gets this up just shy of the 30 to the 29 before he's out of bounds. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down. Now it's Burrow. Toward the sideline. First down as he was able to keep the feet in bounds. 10 yards there on a Bengal first.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch, especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and of course, foot dragging.
A little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Burrow looking to pass. To Mixon on the check down. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Get everyone involved in the passing game, and you know you create those great mismatches throwing it to your guys out in the backfield.
And on the first drive, that can also help establish some rhythm, right?
I think so. It gets everyone involved. They feel like they're part of it and really gets them amped up as they go forward.
Throwing again, it's Burrow. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. The gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
Now Burrow on first down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40. And how about this first drive? They're being aggressive, slinging it around.
Really confident, too, because they're not trying to pull in the running plays, throwing it, and they're being very successful right now.
Paint dripping, you turn your neck and your dang missing this real game. Don't play scrimmage, we serve green, don't play tennis. That little money can't talk with it. You start, we talk business.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 41. Now it's Burrow. He's got his big tight end. That's Hurst. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Feeling like more to death. Watch out, they think I'm many fresh. Real big, I'm open raw, they gonna pay respect. Everything comatose if they
first carry here for Joe Mixon. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. 28 yards for Joe Mixon. And the Bengals are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. And on the grandest of stages, with the whole world watching the Super Bowl, they come out and get the first points.
I don't know how you feel about Brandon, but for me, watching the beginning of the Super Bowl, I've often wondered how come it's not just a fumble fest? How come the ball's not all over the place? The nerves, the interim in between of the 2 weeks waiting for the game. But this team came out and handled it just like it was a regular season walk in the park. Terrific start.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good. So that one an 8-play drive. It spans 75 yards. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Philly's offense getting ready, and Jalen Hurts ready to lead them. The second-round pick who started his career at Alabama and finished with an electric senior season at Oklahoma.
And we all heard about it in the offseason. There were many questions asking if Philadelphia might consider bringing in another quarterback to replace Jalen Hurts. He answered emphatically, "This is my team," and he led them to a Super Bowl appearance. A well-deserved moment for this quarterback, who just kept his head down, kept working, and eliminated all the noise.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Defense gives them a touchdown the opening drive. Offense, you got to want to get out there and get those points back right now.
And that's a sharp throw there to get this drive off to a good start. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Miles Sanders, first carry of the game. On a determined run there as he's going to take this all the way down near the 40. It's a gain of 13 and a first down for Philadelphia. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Another run here with Sanders. He'll get this down to the 38.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Hurts. It's caught by Sanders. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
Here's Hurts to throw. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue.
This has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Goes right back to Smith again. And the Eagles are going to be set up with a 1st and goal coming up as they get him down at the 6-yard line.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up for the 1st and goal.
So women, they move when we move. My music get through what it do. The haters, they sick like the flu. I ain't had not taking the blue.
1 quarter done and 3 more to play here in Super Bowl 57. 7-0 is our score. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. 1st and goal and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back. Well, welcome back to the date on the calendar we circle every year. Super Bowl Sunday. Brandon Gott and Charles Davis here with you as we get set to begin quarter 2. So a loss of 5, and it will be 2nd down.
Tackling is obviously critical down near the goal line. That was great work there to make the hit behind the line and make sure he doesn't get any further. Did a really nice job wrapping up and not letting him loose.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Over the middle, it's complete. Only 3 yards there on the completion. That'll lead to a 3rd and goal. Hurts sets up to throw it. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, an 8-yard touchdown run. Bengals are an extra point away from tying this Super Bowl at 7.
That's tough from there defensively because look at the stops they got on 1st and 2nd down, and it was 1st and 2nd and goal. And then on 3rd down, they cover the receivers, and they leave an alley open for him to find, and he does. That is frustrating. You do almost everything right, and he still ends up in the end zone.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And the camper that put it in the end zone, a run of 8 yards. Scored 7-7 here as the kick's away. Taking it about the 1. And a nice job there on special teams to limit him to inside the 15 as he's dropped at the 14. Cincinnati coming back onto the field here for their 2nd drive. A lot of time for this unit to game plan on the sideline after that drop. They watched the other side just score. But remember, last time they were out, they scored as well. We'll see if they can seize that momentum right back.
And they have had a lot of time to cool off from reaching the end zone the last time. So have they been able to keep themselves mentally sharp and into this game even though they haven't been on the field? And you and I both know, one big play, though, gets them right back up to that level.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. This drive starting off on the right foot, 18 yards.
Certainly no settling into the drive there. They came right out on the first play and attacked the middle of the field for a big gainer and a 1st down.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Burrow will throw. And that one complete once again to Higgins. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
But one of the ways that quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Good plan with him. I've been trying to get you I'm talking about these.
So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
What's up with them?
Here's Burrow.
What's up with you, though?
He completes it to Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and you can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before you get a good head of steam going.
Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. And that's caught one more time by Boyd. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line.
Just proof that I'm just on my way. Keep looking back, then poof, your life just gone away. No looking back today, no looking back tomorrow. I dropped that weight and left. I send y'all best regards.
Again, it's Burrow.
Phone with God, I gotta call you later.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. Give the sack to Fletcher Cox.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush in that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
You gotta try it out. Gold all up in my mouth. It's just a symbol of status. Can never wear it out. When they might cop me a paddock and never wear it out. Boy, what is you talking about?
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20.
Burrow going to give this to Mixon.
He takes this for about 6 down inside the 40. Two minutes on the clock in the second quarter of this Super Bowl. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis of this first half of action. He gets this in the hands of Mixon, and he is going to lose yardage here. It'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
So look at this. Here's the field goal unit coming out. And he is going to need to bomb this one. They spot it on the midfield stripe. So it is a 60-yard attempt here. And this kick is not going to be close. It's well short, well right to boot. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
I don't care who you are. 60 yards is a very ambitious attempt. Hard to make even in practice in the best of conditions. And now, worst of all, you give the other guys the ball to start their drive at midfield.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And Martin, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due, because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Second down and 3. They'll look to throw. And he can't hang on to it, and the screen never got started.
Everything about that play tells you about today's NFL offenses and what they're asking out of running backs. You can't just be a guy who can run the football. You have to be able to catch it as well, and he didn't get that done on that play.
A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw. And Sanders has got it complete. And he's just going to be short here, barely, maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
Always important as a defender on 3rd down to keep the play in front of you and make sure you don't give up enough space that they can make a move on you in the open field. Try as he might, he wasn't able to get to the 1st down marker. Excellent defense, good tackle.
Here's Jake Elliott, career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. And this is off target to the left. Didn't get there anyway. It's no good. And this game will remain tied here in quarter number 2.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field positions and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
They ask why I stink, they know what's up. I came with that dank, we rolling up. I came with that drink, go grab a cup. Be stopped, they dumb or what? They
The Bengals drive about to get going. And with great starting field position up near the 50, they might be one completion away from stealing a late field goal here. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw here into the hands of Boyd. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
Timing is everything, and they work on this cut all the time. They work on all the timing patterns, and this time it paid off for him. Worked him to the center of the field, cut it to the outside, ball's delivered, gets both feet down for the completion.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. He's going to throw one up for the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. So we've come upon halftime in the big one, the Super Bowl. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much, and welcoming everyone to our downtown Orlando studios in this EA Sports Halftime Report. First, though, time for a check of the next-gen stats from that first half for Cincinnati. And in a tie ball game, they've got to be asking themselves, what can we do to get this passing game on track for the second half to come? Meanwhile, for the Eagles, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there.
All right, Coach, thanks. Yeah, both teams likely to make some changes in what's been a closely fought battle to this point. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. Fields it right around the goal line. And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. And through one half at least, this Super Bowl has been everything it was cracked up to be. All tied. What's your key for them, Charles, in the second half?
Simplicity, partner, because in the Super Bowl, with the extra time at halftime, I think some staffs get caught up in trying to design too many things. It's all tied up. They have to remember what they did to get here, put that back into play here in the second half, and I think they'll be all right.
First throw taken in by Watkins here. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll bring up second down.
What they saying, we can hear it, man. Every single track I gotta switch the blues. Every time I do it, that's just so y'all know. This is chestnut, check this 50, tell me that. I'm 50 steps ahead, you niggas falling back.
Back to throw here. Over the middle, complete. It's Smith. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a third here, and it's good for a first.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage. So timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Hurts a handoff to Sanders, and he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right, he's pretty much been completely neutralized. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And this is caught by Watkins. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. The extra defensive back on the field. Little surprise here on 3rd and 1. Back to throw. It's caught on the right side of Smith. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Hurts finding Smith for the Philly first.
I don't care how many times we say it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
A gain of 5, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
From the 47, it's 2nd and 5. Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. He's going to drop this down to Sanders. And the tackle going to be made at the 38.
They certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Down, Hurts. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Brown. And he'll be hauled down at about the 30-yard line. They'll fake the give to Sanders, and now Hurts. To the sideline, and that's well done. Able to drag the feet. He's going to have the first down. It goes as a gain of 8 and moves the chains.
The tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is that right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play, and that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Watch how I get when the money grow. Watch how I get when the money grow. Just watch how I get when the money grow. I don't need love, need a miracle.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts.
Just watch how I get when the money
Sanders has it over the middle. And he's going to be taken down. Plus, there's a penalty flag in the backfield. They may get 15 more on top of this. Well, Charles, sometimes we talk about the lengths officials sometimes go to protect star quarterbacks, but that was tough to argue against.
Yeah, and I'm sure that everyone's going to say, hey, we're going to administer the penalty the same way for all quarterbacks. And when it's a star back there, even more so are they going to be diligent about throwing.
And this is caught. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts finding A.J. Brown. And the Eagles have taken the lead as they go right down the field and score on the opening drive of the second half. And in the red zone, I guess this is why you have a guy like that on your roster.
Without a doubt, if you have it, you use it because he's a guy who's going to win just about every time. I don't care what the coverage is.
Elliott on for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So that one a pretty time-consuming 10-play drive. And it's capped off by an A.J. Brown touchdown.
Watch how I get when the money grow. Watch how I get when the money grow. Watch how I get when the money grow. Just watch how I get when the money grow. I don't need love, need a miracle. Big nigga can't grow, that's hysterical. Just watch how I get when the money grow. Come watch how I get when the money grow.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And able to get this out to the 25. So here are the Bengals now as they get their first possession of this second half. And really, Charles, not much of a surprise that they're losing. They just haven't been able to get much of anything going in the pass game. And as you well know, in today's NFL, if the passing game isn't working, usually not much else is working either.
Exactly right about that, partner. And I know that right now the easy answer would be, hey, let's run the football. But that might not be everything you need. So despite the fact that they've struggled throwing it, they've got to find some type of a play, multiple plays that puts the ball in the air and allows for them to have some success.
They'll manage to break a tackle and get this forward for a couple. It'll be second down.
They'd love to just strike that with a touchdown right here. If it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
Burrow's throw here on target to Hurts. And that's good for a gain of 6. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on second down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. Give him 3 yards and a fresh set of downs.
I haven't met a football team yet that runs the ball successfully that doesn't talk about having an attitude to be a running football team, right? You got to be able to put your nose in there, smell where the first down sticks are, and get there.
Blitz, put a case down, got a shake back, then you're upping up the trap, riding on the game, listening to my rap, wind them up, I put a pistol to his back, up a job, cause I'm sticking to the trap, cause I stick to the code.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
I be with double and soul.
Now it's Burrow. He gets this one to Boyd. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just one more quarter remains in the season-long race for the Lombardi Trophy here in Super Bowl 57 from Glendale. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. And we're back in the Super Bowl. Time to decide who gets to hoist that Lombardi Trophy as we begin the 4th and final quarter of action. Burrow's throw going to be caught by Boyd. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 42. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue.
This defense has certainly had an outstanding second half, haven't they? I know they just gave up the first down there for the offense. They're hoping that that's something that they can jumpstart with and maybe start to move the ball a little bit better. But it's been tough sledding for them here the entire second half.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They're passing here, Joe Burrow. That's the tight end, Hurst with it. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
I like the design that we're seeing right there. This is what they need. Down by a touchdown here in the 4th. They just need to keep working their way downfield. And when they see openings, take their shots.
Knock at the pen, I gotta strike again. Watch how I win, then bring my niggas in. When you live by the code, I try to hate my man.
I pray I never die in a tragic way. I'll put the city on, that's your heart to say. Some different wrong, get that message me. I went through all my songs to still breathe.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line. 51 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Man, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
I know my path is the truth. I excel in the pressure, and that's my blunt in the suit. Do you ever just wonder why do we do what we do? Ask me when I get comfy, I'll let you know in a few.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his man, complete. That's Boyd. And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10. Looking to throw again on second down. Burrow forced out to his left. And he'll take this into the end zone for Bengals TD. Joe Burrow taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Bengals are an extra point away from tying up the Super Bowl. We are set up for a fantastic finish now. A fourth-quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for two, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Now still down one. Here's an utterly critical extra point attempt here. And it is good. There were about 70,000 people about to turn blue from holding their breaths. But it's good, and this Super Bowl is tied. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. And this Super Bowl has been as good as advertised. Probably one of the best that we've seen in recent memory. All even here in this fourth quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll try and start this drive in the air. And that went too far in front. He couldn't reel it in. It's incomplete. To give you an idea of how accurate he's been throwing the football, we're in the second half. That's just his second incompletion.
Well, if he's that locked in, that means everyone's locked in, because to me it's like throwing a no-hitter in baseball. The pitcher may get the credit. A lot of people making plays behind him in the field.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Hurts over the middle. He's got Watkins. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
And he will have a first down as they get into the ground at the 37. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
On 3rd down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action with Hurts. And this is caught. It's Brown. And they got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. 23 yards, the final tally.
Partner in a tie game in the fourth quarter. You and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 right at the 40. Sanders toss left side. They'll get this down to the 38. It's Logan Wilson there to bring him down. 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a score to break this tie.
Second down, back to Sanders.
And he gets it down to the 32. That's going to be a 6-yard gain. It leaves him with third down and just a yard to go.
I like it. I like the call. It's still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
A field goal try would be almost 50 yards from this spot. So what can they do to get closer now on third down? They'll try and run forward with Sanders. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. They'll get the yardage on the run and get 15 more for good measure.
Yeah, that wasn't too difficult. The sideline erupted and the flags came out almost immediately.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. They'll go again with Sanders. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. They'll run with Sanders up the middle. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. Hurts going to give it to Sanders on the option. He didn't get the touchdown, but he did get the first down as he's tackled at the 1. Sanders, and he's in for Eagles touchdown. Miles Sanders taking it in from a yard out. And the Eagles answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the 4th.
And that score deserves our respect, deserves our excitement. But I'm looking at the clock and I'm thinking, there's a long way to go in this one.
Ideally, they would have liked to milk a little bit more time off now on the other sideline together and say, this is what we practiced a 2-minute drill for, right?
Yeah, you hope you've been in that situation before, and if you haven't, you just have the confidence, hey, let's go down there and get this thing done. But boy, that's a big score right there to give them the advantage.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. A 10-play drive that time, and it was Miles Sanders who finished it off with a touchdown run. Touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. This fielded right at the goal line. They're able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. So Burrow and the Bengals down 21-14, a minute 14 to go. And they have to have a touchdown to level this Super Bowl as they come up on first down.
I'm in over. Her body like exquisite artwork, she's awesome. Shoot my shot like an archer from the vantage point. She got her froze all day. I give her something that she can't avoid. see I'm thirsty for, she go quench it quick. I'll hit the rough spots, but
here's
I'll be
Burrow.
sensitive. She should get with this. Me and Olu Cooley in the cut.
Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted. Picked off by Avonte Maddox. And the Eagles are going to take possession of the football.
Parker, I think this will win a ride very simply because he overestimated his arm strength and his ability to fit it anywhere he wants to. A lot of quarterbacks do that. They often pay the price.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field. And with the defense out of timeouts, powerless to stop the clock, this should just be a couple of kneel downs. The Eagles in the victory formation as they take a knee. Time for this one final knee to put a bow on this title bout. That is likely the final play of this game, and no better feeling, I would imagine, than taking a knee to wrap up the Super Bowl.
Culminates everything. The championship is theirs. And just think, the last play they had in practice before this game began was doing this. Practicing taking a knee and winning a Super Bowl.
And they get to do just that. And the Lombardi Trophy will rest in the city of brotherly love. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Super Bowl champs. And to the Super Bowl champions, they etch their name forever in NFL immortality.
That's pretty phenomenal right there. It actually gave me chills just to hear you say that, because immortality forever and ever. When you look in the record books, you'll see this team, you'll see their picture, that your name will be a part of it. That's got to be an incredible feeling, because it's been a long journey to get there, and now they get a chance to enjoy it.